Let's take a look at this problem. We got P is equal to 1500, R is equal to 7%, and I put it in decimal form, so it'll be 0.07, and T is 2 years. And we want to find A using our interest formulas, and first one is N is equal to 1. Well, since it didn't say continuous, and the formula we're going to use is A is equal to P times 1 plus R over N to the NT power. And let's plug in what we're given. P is 1500. 1 plus R, which is 0.07, over N, which was 1, raised the NT power. So that's 1 times 2. So that's going to give us, do a little bit of simplifying, 1500 times 1 plus 0.07 raised to the 1 times 2 power, which is 2. So we got 1500, beginning parentheses, 1 plus 0.07, closing parentheses, caret 2, enter. And that's going to give us $1,717.35. Okay, so then our next one, N is equal to 4. Now again, doesn't say continuous. We're going to use the same formula. A is equal to P times 1 plus R over N to the NT power. And we'll plug in what they give us. They tell us P is 1500 times 1 plus R, which is 0.07, over N, which is 4, raised to the NT power, which would be 4 times 2. Do a little bit of simplifying. That's 1500 times 1 plus 0.07 over 4, raised to the 4 times 2, which is 8 power. Okay, so we got 1500, beginning parentheses, 1 plus 0.07 divided by 4, closing parentheses, caret 8. Enter. And we get $1,723.32. Now our next one is N is equal to 12. Doesn't say the continuous, so we use the same formula. Got A is equal to P times 1 plus R over N to the NT power. P we said was 1500 times 1 plus R, which is 0.07, over N, which N is 12, raised to the NT power, which would be 12 times 2. So that gives us 1500 times 1 plus 0.07 over 12 raised to the 12 times 2 power, which is 24. So I got 1500, beginning parentheses, 1 plus 0.07 divided by 12, close parentheses, caret 24. Enter. That gives us $1,724.71. Now the next one is N is equal to 365. So again, it doesn't say continuous, so we're going to use the same formula. A is equal to P times 1 plus R over N to the NT power. Well, P we just said was 1500 times 1 plus R, which is 7%, divided by N, which is 365, raised to the NT power, which would be 365 times 2. Now, I'm going to put this one directly in my calculator, and to do that I have to put parentheses around the exponent, because anytime you have more than a single number in your exponent, you have to put parentheses around it. So then I got 1500, beginning parentheses, 1 plus 0.07 divided by 365, closing parentheses, caret beginning parentheses for our exponent, 365 times 2. Closing parentheses if you want, you don't need it at the very end, and then press enter. We get 1,725 and 39 cents. Now, last one is continuous. That's our PERT formula. So A is equal to P e to the RT power. Well, P we said is 1500. E to the R is 0.07, times T, which is 2. Key to plugging this in is do not put any extra parentheses. So do 1500. Second ln for the E. And we got 0.07 times 2. You can put a closing parenthesis if you want at the very end, but you don't need it. And then press enter. And we get 1,725 and 41 cents. And those would be our answers.